How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle, and today I want to tell you about some really rare spawns and interesting spawns in the Crown Tundra. So that's what we're doing today. 10 rare spawn locations in the Crown Tundra DLC for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let's get started. Drop a like if you do enjoy, and let's see what we have here. I'm gonna kick this off with Dragonite. So yes, Dragonite is a wild spawn. You can find it out in the wild, but it will only be found around like the Dynatree Hill, which is where the big old tree is. Now, the only way you can find it is during rainstorms, and this is the area I found it in. It's right on this hill, right on this hill, like on the top of this kind of area, which just looks out over the ocean. This is where I found it. It may spawn all the way around the tree as well, and if you're looking for Dratini, you can find it in the water around the tree, so you can look around there. But if you want a straight up Dragonite, like a fully evolved Dragonite, you will find it right here. Just it has to be raining, right? So it has to be raining, so you will need to switch around your Nintendo Switch date and time a little bit until you get the right, I guess, time for it, right? You'll just have to do a little bit of extra work to get that to work, guys. So definitely do that and you will find it. Next up is Lucario, which can be found in the Roaring Sea Caves. Yes, inside of here, you will have to do a little bit of searching around. You can look at my screen right here and see sort of how I found it, but you'll have to do a little bit of search around. It's kind of on its own little separate platform. It's the only spawn there, I'm pretty sure, and you'll find Lucario just kind of chilling there. And yeah, it's a straight up Lucario. You can go catch it. It's pretty straightforward, not that crazy, but yeah, it's just sort of hidden in this cave. But just you follow the footage you're looking at my screen right now, get into the Roaring Sea Caves, and you should be able to find it pretty easily. Next up is Spiritomb. So yeah, this is more of an event, and you guys have probably already seen videos about this, but I thought I might as well mention it as well. So for Spiritomb, you gotta go to the Dynatree Hill, then go down the path and find yourself the grave in this hidden corner. If you find the grave there, you basically gotta interact with it and then go and talk to 32 people in the online mode of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and just find people in the wild area, like other players, talk to them, and after you've had about 32 players give you food and dishes and stuff, go back to the actual, grave, and you will find a Spiritomb there that's spawned in, which is really cool, by the way. I think it's a cool fact that they included this Gen 4, a Spiritomb Factor event. It's really awesome. Relicanth is next, so it's not that super rare, but I thought I might as well include it for those who do want to get a Relicanth. But it's actually in the water by the big old tree. It's literally in the water right there. I'm not sure what times it shows up. I've seen it a few times. Sometimes it just doesn't show up, but it should be right there in the water. Not that difficult to find. Pretty straightforward. Just head there and you will get your hands on it. Poipool's got to be next. Now, Poipool is a little bit different because it's not really a spawn out in the world. It's rather a spawn that kind of comes in like an event type of spawn that you will get if you actually complete about, I think, 15 or so adventure raids. It will just be outside the actual adventure raids themselves, like in the cave where all the other characters are, like the lady that enters you into them. You'll find it there just kind of chilling, and if you interact with the character, you will be handed this Pokemon. Cosmog's got to be next. Yes, Cosmog is in the house down in Freezington. All you gotta do though is complete up to a certain part in the story of Calyrex, which is once you get the horses actually to come to the village itself. So once you've done that, if you go inside this house, you will find Cosmog. It is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. The lady will just give it to you, but you gotta do that story element to actually get it, so it shouldn't be that difficult, as by now you all should have finished the story, or if you haven't finished it yet, it's really early into the story, so it's not that crazy. But yeah, you get yourself a free Cosmog. Slowking is next. Now, Slowking is a little bit different and requires a little bit more effort, if I may say so myself. But for Slowking, you got to get the 15 Galarian twigs or Galarica twigs for a wreath. Now, for the wreath, you got to head to this lady that's in the sea, I guess, frigid sea. You got to head over there. She's in this kind of corner where she's hiding inside of a cave. It's really a small cave, but you go inside there, you'll find her, talk to her once you have 15 Galarica twigs, and she will make you a wreath that you then give to your Galarian Slowpoke, and it evolves into Galarian Slowking. Now, to find the Galarica twigs, head to the Dynatree Hill and look around all the trees in the area, all the trees around the big tree itself. Look around all of them in the bushes and stuff, and you will find Galarica twigs. I found in about 25 minutes, I found every single one, maybe even less time, I can't remember. It went really, really fast, but you will just find 15 there. It's super simple, super easy, straightforward, no problem whatsoever. So definitely do that, and then get yourself a Galarian Slowking. Next is the Hoenn Starters. Now, to get the Hoenn Starters, you need to do adventure raids till you catch them. Yes, there is no actual, other way to do this. There's no way of, cheesing it or finding them in the open world. Unfortunately, there is none of that. I will have to say, the only way to actually get them is if you go through the process of doing the Adventure Max raids. Once you've done the Adventure Max raids, you'll just be handed, essentially, sometimes, if you're lucky, a freaking starter Pokemon, a Blaziken or a Combusken or maybe a Swampert. Either one of those will just show up up sooner or later in your max raids, and what you gotta make sure to do is to choose those as your options and take those with you instead of taking the, legendary at the end that you may catch or not. Just take the starter Pokemon and you will be able to get them pretty quickly. So that's the only method you can get those in. Next up is Garchomp and Salamance. Now, both these spawn in the same place, but they are exclusive depending on which game you're playing. If you're playing Pokemon Shield, it is Garchomp. If you're playing Pokemon Sword, it is Salamance. But basically, these are found up in the top of Galar, basically at the tunnel to the top. So yeah, the tunnel to the top is a really strange area, but if you go inside all the way up there, not all the way to the top, to the point where you reach the giant, a dead tree on the top of the, mountain, don't go there. That's not what you need to do. But while you're inside the cave, look for this side path. This side path will take you downstairs and into this area, which will just bring you out into the open, essentially. It's almost like this, side of a hill, you know what I mean? It's really dangerous looking area. And if you continue to the right side there, you will find Garchomp or Salamance, depending on which game you have, just kind of roaming in the wild, and they are pretty freaking awesome, pretty freaking cool. So just do that and you will find them without any major hassle. And finally, we have Metagross. Now, Metagross can be found fully evolved right next to the Regice Cave. Now, the Regice Cave is found in the Snow Slide Slope. So yeah, it's just around there. You got to take a slide path to the left, and you'll go down there, and you'll instantly find a full-on Metagross just kind of roaming, just walking around, doing its own thing, and you should be able to catch it pretty solidly and easily, and there you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's basically it. There is not much else you need to do. It's pretty straightforward at this point. You guys should be able to find everything you need, and those are all the Pokemon. So, that is it for this video, guys. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, then drop a like down below. Make subscribe for more videos if you guys want to see more videos, that is. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you all very soon. I've got more videos coming out later today. And yeah, have a good day. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.